My name is Andy, and this is the most magical podcast on earth. When I'm not on holiday at Walt Disney World, I'm planning a holiday to Disney. And when I'm not planning a holiday to Disney, I'm talking about Disney with other UK fans like me who make the trip to Orlando and the House of the Mouse. So whether you're a parks professional or a Florida first-timer, this is the podcast for you. Each episode, I'll be chatting to other Disney superfans to share memories of their magical times, answering your Walt Disney World questions, getting you all the latest news from the parks, and finding out what's happening right now in Orlando. So get your ears on as we take you to the most magical place on earth. This is the most magical podcast on earth as part of the Secret Recordings Network, here with brand new episodes every other week, fortnightly stories and memories and happy magic to share. We've got another podcast guest. We've got some more news to update you on, more top tips, including a top tip on how to get the best picture of the castle with nobody on the background, and answering your questions as well. So make sure you follow us on the socials at PodMagical if you want to get in touch to be a guest, or you got some tips, or you got any questions. Let me know on the DMs are open. At PodMagical is where we are. Adam wants to know, Andy, I know it's 60 days out to book your dining reservations, but what time in the UK do they become available? 11 a.m. is the time they become available. So that's 6 a.m. in America. So they've got that 5-hour difference. Bear in mind, clocks go backwards and forwards, and sometimes throughout the year there's 6 or 4 hours difference, but usually 11 a.m. UK time. And another one from Judy as well, who says, Andy, I saw recently you were on the Disney Dream from Southampton. Can you get Dole Whip on the ship? Yes, you can get Dole Whip on the ship. Yes, all the Disney cruise lines have Dole Whip. It's not free, but yes, you can. Quick bit of advice, by the way, if you're going on one of the UK cruises. I've never done a Disney cruise from the UK before during school summer holidays. I've done quite a few Disney cruises now. The school summer holidays Disney cruise, everything is watered down a little bit because it's so busy. They want to make sure everybody can meet the characters. So usually if you go on a Disney cruise, every day all the characters will be out, and they've always got something different on. So they've got the pirate outfit on the pirate night, they've got the formal outfits on formal night, and they've got a cruise outfit, and they've got the regular outfits, and sometimes other fancy outfits as well. On the cruise that I did a 5-night cruise, I only saw the big 5, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy and Goofy, and they had either the cruise outfits or their pirate outfits. I think Pluto was out a couple of times. No Chip and Dale, no Stitch, although I believe he might have been in the kids club. So just to let you know, if you're booking a Disney cruise from the UK in the school summer holidays, things might be just a little bit different. It's just so that everybody can get to meet, the big characters. Just a little bit of feedback there. Right, let's get on to today's guest then, shall we, for this episode? Olivia is on this episode of the podcast. Welcome to the most magical podcast on earth, Olivia.
Hello, I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
So tell us, why do you love Walt Disney World? Because you've been a lot.
I have. I think it truly is a place where happy memories are made. I have such good memories of going with my family. We all come together. We all have such a positive time. You can really go for a big thrill seek. It's got everything for everyone. It's just such a happy place. It truly is. Walt did a good job.
He did a good job, didn't he?
He did.
Keeps bringing us back.
Oh no, spending the coins. What's he done to us?
Oh, well, yeah. So when was the last time you went? Have you been on a recent trip?
I did, yeah. I went with my family this Easter holidays, so about 6 months ago.
I bet you're already ready for another one now, aren't you?
Yeah.
That was ages ago.
Oh my God, I know. I remember being in the queue for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway, looking at package holidays for next year. And my mum was going, "What are you doing? We're still here." And I just go, "You don't understand. I have to come back."
You don't get. Was that at the beginning of your holiday or the end of your holiday?
About halfway through, I think.
I was going to say, if it's day one and you're already looking at when you can come back, then you've got a serious problem there, Olivia.
I had the halfway blues. I thought, I've done 7 days. I've only got 7 days left. I've got to come back.
I hate that part of the holiday when you go, oh no, we're halfway through, we're nearly at the end, because half the fun is planning it. So the holiday starts like 6 months before you even get there.
I know. I've basically got my bags packed 3 months before, like, okay, let's go.
Are you one of these people who has like a Disney cupboard? So like certain outfits or T-shirts that you only take with you to Disney?
No, not really, actually. I'm not much of a Disney apparel person, so I just bring like my regular clothes, really.
Right, okay. Yeah. You're not that obsessed yet.
Yeah, raw, yet.
So when was the first time you went to Walt Disney World?
So I went to Walt Disney World first in 2010 with my auntie and uncles. So we actually only went to Walt Disney World once, and we stayed in a villa and we went to primarily Universal. We went to the parks every other day, but we just did the one day in Disney World. Obviously went to Magic Kingdom, but the big thing that I really remember was it being absolutely baking. It was end of June. It was over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And I remember everyone just going, we need to leave at like 12 o'clock. You know, we have to leave. It's too hot. I'm just there like, are you joking? Like, we can't leave. But just, I remember a few character meets. I do remember the Toontown. That's gone now.
Yeah, where Mickey used to live. He's homeless now, isn't he?
Yeah, Mickey and Minnie have got no house to live in.
Yeah, where do they live?
Was really nice, a really nice thing for the children that, I don't know, it was a nice little thing to have, but it's just, I don't know whereabouts it was that it's been replaced.
Yeah, it was over at the back of Fantasyland, so things like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and that, I think, are where it was. But you still got that, if you ever go to Disneyland California, they've still got that over there in actual Disneyland.
Oh, well, that's good then. It's a big, long flight, so I'm not sure I'll ever go that far.
He's got a long way to go. So the first time you went, you only did literally one day in Disney World. Yeah,
so I was only young, so yeah, we only did the one day. The time that I went, it was just when the Harry Potter bit, I think the very first Harry Potter part in Universal had opened. So we did a lot of that. But yeah, the tickets were so expensive, we could only afford just the one day. And that was like 15 years ago. So.
And then did that give you the temptation to go, well, there's a lot more to this Walt Disney World place. We've got to come back.
Yeah. So my parents, and my grandparents had gone when they were children. So we didn't actually then make it back again until 2015, where we went with my parents and my nan came, my uncle came, because they didn't come with me in 2010.
Yeah.
You know, it took 5 years of me going, let's go, to try and actually get them to do it, to eventually go back. And from that trip in 2015, that was in April, we went back to not just Disney World, but Paris as well, 3 times in 18 months. So
that's quite a lot.
I did a good job.
Yeah, you did. Really, it paid off in the end, though, Olivia. Keep hassling them. They will eventually give in. Yeah,
they've not managed to be swayed since coming back now. It's too many steps, they keep saying, but I've managed to convince my boyfriend to go. So I've got something booked for next year if all goes well with the funds.
There you go, somebody new to take along.
Exactly.
Has he been before?
No, he's not been to Disney World. I took him to Paris in September for a couple of nights. And he'd never been before. Wasn't really that fussed, I think, as a lot of, partners tend to be. It takes them a bit of dragging to go. But he absolutely loved it. He was a really big fan of I can't remember what it's called. It's the restaurant where the Ant-Man restaurant where they have the food.
Oh, Pim's Kitchen.
So, yes, Pim's Kitchen. Fantastic. He loved that. So that, I don't think they have anything similar in Disney World, but I've got something. Oh, it's so much better in Disney World. Just come with me, please.
Yeah, he'll love it then. If he likes Paris, he will definitely love it. It'll pay off. Yeah. So where do you like to stay when you go to Disney World? Have you got any particular favourite resorts or any resorts that you've got your eye on that you'd like to stay?
We've never stayed on site. We've always been too big of a group that we could never fit all of us just in one room. So we've always stayed in a villa. We stayed twice in Davenport, and then we stayed in April. Can't remember the name of the town, but it was somewhere so much closer. It was right next to Animal Kingdom. That was really good. So yeah, we've only ever stayed in a villa, but I've got Pop Century booked for next year, as well as a split stay in Universal. 10-11 nights in Pop Century, and then 3 nights in Cabana Bay as well in Universal,
awesome.
The park that must not be named.
You've named it now, too late.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
So it'll be bubble to bubble then. Disney bubble, Universal bubble, go all in. Yeah,
it's the kind of ideal trip I've always wanted to do. Well, it would be a full 2 weeks in Disney and a week in Universal was the ideal, but who has that much time off work?
Yeah, well, no. And what made you pick that resort? Is it because of the Skyliner?
knew I couldn't afford to stay in a moderate. I would really love to stay in one of the like Orleans hotels, Port Orleans hotels, but those were just a little bit more. So but I didn't quite want to stay in one of the All Stars either. And I'm a big fan of history, you know, like mid-century stuff. So Pop Century just always really stood out as kind of having the theming that I liked.
Yeah.
Being, you know, still really budget friendly, and then having the Skyliner was just a massive addition. I've not been on it yet, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, it's like an attraction in itself. And those resorts, like it's really full on immersion. They're like with the big Mickey phone. Is that at the Pop Century resorts?
I think so. It might. They've got another one that's really similar theme, the All Star Movies, which has something. So I don't know which is which.
You'll find out.
I will
when you go.
I'll let you know.
And did you get the dining plan included with that holiday?
I did, yeah. So I think it's just a quick service. I think it's just one quick service meal for the both of us per night, and a drink, I think, as well. But in total, I think it's saving us quite a bit of money, even though it's not the full package.
Have you sussed out where you're going to be eating yet with the quick service places? Have you gone, right, we'll go here, we'll go here, we'll go here, we'll do this on this day?
See, the thing is, I'm not that much of a planner. My parents never really were. We would, back when you had the free fast passes, we would just book them in the morning. As much as I would tell them let's not, you know, we can book them however many days it was in advance. They were the people that left it to like the morning of the night before. So that's the way I've always done it. So I don't really plan too much out. I will book a couple of nice restaurants. Yeah, I really want to do Spaceship Earth. That one looks amazing just for the theming.
Yeah.
But quick service, I think just is the kind of place I'll just go and be like, that looks nice.
That's the thing with quick service, isn't it? You don't need to make reservations. You can go, that'll look good. Yeah, we'll go. I fancy that. We're going there today. We're going to Galaxy's Edge. So that's where we'll go. Yeah, that's quite a good idea. Have you got any particular favourite restaurants that you've been to?
We never really ate loads in the parks when I was younger. But this trip round, we actually did a few. We went to Skipper's Canteen, which was amazing. I think I had the soup of the day. I think I had the steak that was there, and it was amazing. The service was great. They were cracking up awful jokes, which I just really cringed at, which was hilarious. The service there was really good. But one that I keep hearing loads of other guests saying they liked, and I actually didn't like, was the Crystal Palace, the meet and greet one, the character
with Winnie the Pooh and friends. Yeah.
Me and my family were all quite disappointed actually by it.
Not fans of a buffet, is that what it was?
So we love the buffet and we love the character aspect of it, but we really like Plaza Gardens in Paris, which we thought would be a really good comparison. It's like our favourite restaurant to eat in Disney Paris. So we thought it'd be like that, but we would just, I don't know, we had really high expectations, and I think the food really disappointed us. I think the food was really lacking in choice.
Was that breakfast or was it lunch and dinner?
Lunch and dinner.
Yeah, because I like going to Crystal Palace for breakfast, and I have been for dinner, and I didn't think it was worth it. Breakfast is good because they have like this breakfast lasagna that I really like there, which is basically pancakes and waffles and cream and jam and basically everything you could think of thrown in a big pan. They call it lasagna. So I like breakfast. Maybe you went at the wrong time.
Maybe I did. Maybe that's something to do next time.
Have you got a favourite attraction?
Tower of Terror, through and through. Absolute favourite ride.
No hesitation. What do you love about that ride?
I don't know. I just love the thrill and the adrenaline of the drops. They're always different. Everybody I've ever been on is absolutely petrified, which I don't know, maybe is a bit sinister, is why I like it so much. But I just think pure adrenaline. I love it so much.
I do love when you go on Tower of Terror, if there's somebody like in front of you who has obviously never been on it before and doesn't want to go on it before, but they've been dragged on. I spend most of the attraction just watching their reaction.
When you look back at the ride pictures and can just see like screaming, crying children. Unfortunate, obviously, but you know, it's a bit.
Oh, it's fun for us though, isn't it?
It is. For the parents.
Now, very soon, I'm going to give you your perfect day at Walt Disney World. But first of all, tell me, what do you not like about Walt Disney World?
Cost, obviously. I do really miss that you don't get the free fast passes anymore. I think the way Genie Plus works, I will say I haven't done it I did buy some of the fast passes when I went last time. I just think from what I've seen, I just don't think it works as well. And I get why they did it after COVID, but I think that aspect is probably not one of my favourites. But other than that, there's not a huge amount to hate, really.
Yeah. Apart from the pain, would you try, now that they've changed the lightning lane, so Genie Plus is gone and now it's lightning lanes, it's kind of like it was before, where you get the 3 and then you have an extra one. Would that tempt you back into trying it maybe next time?
I think just because there's 2 of us going back next time rather than 6 of us that just went, is a lot cheaper. I definitely, at least for one of the days, I'm going to give it a go.
With our guest in just a moment, but I need to tell you about 2 big news stories that have kind of taken us by surprise this week from Disney World. We had D23 about a month ago. We thought we'd had all the big announcements. Well, we were surprised because there will be a brand new villains show coming to Hollywood Studios next summer. Deep in the shadows of Sunset Boulevard at Disney's Hollywood Studios, something delightfully wicked is about to take stage. An all-new live production starring your favourite Disney villains, Magic Mirror, featuring appearances by dozens of the most infamous evildoers, with fiendish goings-on from Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, Maleficent, with some live production numbers. It's going to be, well, it's in the shadow, really, of Tower of Terror. So it's where currently Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is. Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is going to close on October the 7th. And then next summer, we will get this brand new show at Hollywood Studios. The other big news story this week, coming from Walt Disney World, is that Tron will be getting rid of the virtual queue next week. Yeah, it's going to flip to a standby queue for the first time. So you can still buy the Lightning Lane for it if you want, or you can just rock up and get in line like we do for everything else. The virtual queues will still remain for Guardians and for Tianas. But if you want to do Tron, you either buy your way on or you get in the line. Anything else between now and the next podcast? Follow us on the socials at PodMagical.
Olivia is with us on this episode of the podcast. Where else do you like to go in Orlando?
Universal through and through. I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. So I haven't really done anything much else in Universal other than, like Jurassic Park, those kind of things. But Harry Potter I've done, experienced, probably brought everything as well. So that's my favorite place to go outside of Disney, purely for the Harry Potter aspects.
All right. Will you be going to Epic Universe when that opens? Because that looks incredible, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan from what was revealed the other week.
It looks amazing. Even all of the other parts that aren't Harry Potter, I think look fantastic. What they did already in Japan with Nintendo looks brilliant. And some of the rides that they've got in Harry Potter looks amazing. They've got the big circus that's been revealed. Yeah. The full size stores. I think it's going to be on like comparable, if not beating some of the immersiveness that I think Disney has done. They are giving them a run for their money, I will say.
And it's been so long since there's been a brand new park in Orlando. It's quite exciting. Is there anywhere else you go besides Disney and Universal?
Not really. I did SeaWorld back in 2010, but and Busch Gardens actually, but haven't returned to either of those. Other than, Disney Springs and shopping outlets, not really anything theme park wise. I'm just an absolute adrenaline junkie, so I'm just parks literally rope drop to close if I had it my way.
Can you do that every day? Can you go like every day, rope drop to close all the way through the entire 2 weeks or whatever?
Yes, probably. I reckon you're only there for 2 weeks. Sleep can. I can home. I'm not at Disney World all day every day, so I like to make the most of it. So yeah, 100% rope drop to close.
If you're sleeping, you're wasting money, really, aren't you?
Right, honestly, you don't need it.
Have you got a favourite Walt Disney World memory from any of the times that you've been?
I knew you were going to ask this, and I've been racking my brain to try and find something. But I think one thing that actually sprung into mind when I was listening to one of your podcasts a couple of weeks ago was probably actually watching Fantasmic for the first time. And it actually took me 4 trips to Disney World to actually do it. I only did it in April. I don't know why I'd never seen it before, but I just was thinking back, and it's such a fond memory of us knowing that we had to get there for, I think it was like 10 o'clock, the last showing, running off Rise of the Resistance after what had been going on that for the first time, running into Rosie's to get the click and collect food order that we'd just done, rushing, getting the first seats that we saw available, burgers on laps, and just watching. I hate spoilers, so I never watched anything about it because I hadn't seen it yet. So watching something that was Disney brand new for the first time, my whole family sat around me with some food. There was just something that felt so magical about it. So it's got to be seeing Fantasmic for the first time.
And that was this year.
It was this year. I can't believe I hadn't done it before. But it was amazing. Not what I was expecting at all.
How many years then has it taken you to see Fantasmic from all the times you've been?
14.
14 years.
I know. Well worth the wait, though.
Yeah, totally. Especially, and you haven't even seen it on YouTube.
I avoid spoilers like the plague. I hate having things spoiled for me. So, like Hagrid's motorbike adventure, I can't remember what it's called. That had been out for years and years, and I hadn't seen a single spoiler about it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what the carts looked like. I'd avoided them that well. I just hate things being spoiled. So it was a really magical moment.
That's great if you can avoid the temptation of doing that. So Fantasmic was definitely worth the wait.
Yeah, 100%. I know they do a dining or like a special package.
Yeah.
I would love to do that when I go next.
To get the good seats. And of course, as I always say, they've got 2 shows on. Always go to the second one because hardly anybody does. It's always the quieter one. Why do you think it was that you never saw it after all those times? Was it because you were staying off site? Were you beating the traffic? What do you think it was?
To be honest, I'm not 100% sure. When the last 2 times that we went, my little sister was a very much a little sister. She was really, really young. I think only maybe like 3 and 4 or something like that. So she was really young. So maybe it was too late for her to stay out. But I don't really remember. I think we didn't watch a huge amount of the shows. So I saw quite a lot of them for the first time going back. Obviously, Fantasmic being one of them. So yeah, I don't know. It's a good place to sit and do nothing. So I think because it's quite far out the way, you don't really see it. I mean, you obviously you walk past the general area, but unless you're going up to that place, where Tower of Terror is, I suppose you don't really see it. That's the only explanation I can really think of.
Yeah, you've got, like I say, if you've got tiny little kiddies with you, then it's a little bit too late, isn't it, to get out there?
Yeah, especially at peak summer when the sun doesn't set till quite late. It's not on till like 9. I think it was 9 and half 10 or something that I think these were on when we went last time. So they are quite late in the day. Very late.
Although last time I went to Disneyland Paris over summer, their fireworks went on till like 11 o'clock at night. 11 o'clock at night.
Suits me fine. I can stay in the parks for longer.
Well, yeah, I suppose you can get your money's worth, can't you? So, your ideal day at Walt Disney World, Olivia. Do what you want, stay where you want, eat what you want. Your perfect Disney World day. How would you spend it?
Probably in the bungalows in the Polynesian Lodge. Probably would wake up there. Definitely rope drop Magic Kingdom. I've never been able to do that. I've never seen the show, the rope drop. Is it a show that they do by the castle?
The castle, yeah. I miss it. They used to do it at the train station by the entrance before you went in. I missed that when they used to arrive on the train. But yeah, the castle show, 10 to 9 every morning.
Yeah, never seen it. Never seen that. So that would be really good to see. Would probably then run on, I guess I'd probably do a loop around Magic Kingdom, starting off in Tomorrowland, Space Mountain, all the really big rides, go all the way, lap all the way around until I ended up on kind of Big Thunder Mountain, Haunted Mansion that way. And then I've always wanted to eat in the Beauty and the Beast restaurant. The name has completely escaped me.
I guess.
Yes. It was something that my dad really wanted to do in our last trip. But the cost of all of us to go was always too much. So I definitely would eat there. And then I would probably stay and do as many rides as possible, buy all the merchandise, have a bunch of the alcoholic Dole Whips. Fantastic. I didn't realize how many alcoholic drinks there were. So maybe that's what I would do. I would just go around having all of these really nice fancy cocktails.
Get drunk.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I just get drunk.
Then maybe have the dessert party that you can have for the fireworks. have that, have a really good seat, watch the fireworks, and then you have like an hour before the park closes after the fireworks. And I found that there's nobody. You can just get on any ride you want.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like walking in a ghost town. You could take really good pictures. It's such a good time to be in the parks. And I would do that till they kicked me out, and then do the whole thing again tomorrow.
Are you going for 2 days? That's the great thing about like being in the park, like just trying to stay, especially Magic Kingdom, is if you can stay as late as possible and get those pictures when there's nobody else around.
It's great. And then you've got the main street music playing, which is so nostalgic for me. Sometimes I play it when, you've got the post Disney blues. It's amazing to listen to. So yeah, just to sit there, absorb it in, look at the castle. I could do that for hours.
So next year, you're taking your boyfriend for his first time. Is he excited yet? Is he like, oh, it's just a planet and I'll turn up?
Yeah, he is 100% like that. He's excited, and I keep trying to show him all these videos and all this. But it's so far. It's not till winter next year, so it's so far away to even think about that. I don't think he's getting that excited until it gets a lot sooner. But
so end of next year.
Yeah, not till November.
Oh, he's got plenty of time to get excited. Well, make sure you take him to see Fantasmic.
I will. I'll do the nice package as well. That'll be fantastic.
Get a dining package, do the character meet one at Hollywood and Vine, and then take him to see Fantasmic. That sounds good.
God, I think he would hate the character interactions. So
definitely take him then. Look at the photos.
100%.
Olivia, have a magical day.
Thank you, and you.
Heading to Orlando soon. You picked a nice quiet time over the next few weeks. September is also, it seems to be the new quiet season. We're still in hurricane season. Expect those thundery showers in the afternoon with temperatures high 20s, low 30s. You've got the Eat to the Beat concert series on at Epcot as part of the Food and Wine Festival with Hoobastank this weekend and Tiffany next weekend. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party running at Magic Kingdom on select nights. You've got Halloween Horror Nights over at Universal as well. And a top tip for this episode, if you are looking for that perfect picture of the castle, don't do what everybody does. You always stand right in front of the castle. Right in front of the castle by the statue of the partners with Mickey and Walt, and that's where everybody is. And you think, well, we get there really early, it'll be quiet. It never really is. Should we hang on to the very, very end of the night? Well, it's a little bit quieter. Do you know what the best pictures of the castle are? From the side. Go to the side of the castle where sometimes, you know where the little popcorn stands are? Kind of like behind that, because nobody goes round there. You're at the side of the lake, so nobody can stand behind you, and it's that perfect picture of you with the castle side on, nobody around you. Obviously, you take the ones in the front as well, but they'll be the best ones. Mark my words. We will be back with a brand new podcast in 2 weeks, fortnight today. Make sure you have subscribed to wherever you get your podcast from, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. Until then, please stand clear of the doors.